Nostalgia nérdica, en cada episodio reímos sin fin. Tres locos del pasado, amigos hasta el fin. Cómics y videojuegos, nuestra razón de vivir. Nostalgia nérdica, juntos sin parar de escribir. En nosotros nos grabando un podcast, tres amigos hablando sin parar. Nostalgia nérdica, no hay marcha atrás. Cómics, videojuegos y lo retro al azar. La risa nos une, la pasión nos guía. Nostalgia nérdica, en cada episodio reímos sin fin. Tres locos del pasado, amigos hasta el fin. Cómics y videojuegos, nuestra razón de vivir. Nostalgia nérdica, juntos sin parar de escribir. Entre figuras de acción y recreativas, charlas sobre héroes y villanos, pura creatividad. Nuestro mundo geek sin límites ni normativas. La nostalgia nos alimenta en esta diversidad. La amistad es la clave, la diversión garantizada. Nostalgia nérdica, en cada episodio reímos sin fin. Tres locos del pasado, amigos hasta el fin. Cómics y videojuegos, nuestra razón de vivir. Nostalgia nérdica, juntos sin parar de escribir. Nostalgia nérdica, en cada episodio reímos sin fin. Tres locos del pasado, amigos hasta el fin. Cómics y videojuegos, nuestra razón de vivir. Nostalgia nérdica, juntos sin parar de escribir.
Welcome, Nerdicos. We're gonna do it on English tonight. Welcome to our podcast. We dive into all the retro stuff. I don't know how to say it in English. Bienvenidos a su podcast, Nerdicos, donde nos sumergiremos en el mundo de la nostalgia y todo retro. Únete a nosotros mientras exploramos la era dorada de los cómics, los videojuegos, todas las cosas raras que nos encontramos en el internet. Pónganle play y prepárense para la diversión. Press play, prepare for fun. We have a special guest tonight. Molchan from Resolute Resolute Bliss. He's gonna show us some of the stuff he brought around, cool stuff for us tonight. Of course, we have the comics of the week. We're gonna talk about the trailer of He-Man. Came out last trailer. I saw it. It's really cool.
Oh, no, we can
The
talk
movie's
about,
coming out on June 5th.
we can talk about
Yes, we're gonna talk about Absolute Hero because my friend here. Angel, of course, we have Angel as always, Sergio, Choco 26, and you got something from Nirvana Comics right here in Knoxville. When you pay for the COA, ah,
Oh yeah, sí, sí, oye.
signed by Rafael Albuquerque. How would you say it with Brazilian accent? We can say that in English too. We can say, how do you say that?
I don't know.
Come on, Rick. We got you. We want you to do stuff for us. Come on. Rafael Albuquerque came to Knoxville. He was
I heard it.
he got great art. I didn't have a chance to go. I have collected comics around this. There's the thing. Oh, no, what happened? Oh, we don't have that. Oh, don't tell me who-
The next eagle, yeah. Yeah, we should be good now. We should.
Hey, now we can start. Welcome.
Welcome to your podcast, Nerdics. Well, we'll dive into all the
Gracias.
retro stuff from the
Gracias,
90s,
Adi.
arcades, comics, paranormal stuff. We actually say paranormal stuff every time. This is not something. We have to talk about a little bit scary stuff and ghosts. We have a special guest tonight, Rick Molchan again. I'm sorry. We have audio. Yeah, we should be good now. All right.
Hey, now we can start.
So, as always, we have Sergio here,
Adi Luna
Vini,
says hi.
Rick.
Jesus
Adi Luna.
says hi.
Thank you for and Jesus Villalobos, Chuy, my brother.
They're the OGs.
We're gonna talk
The
about
OGs.
a little bit about the He-Man trailer that comes on June 6th. We were talking about Rafael Albuquerque came to Nirvana, and Vini got his book signed. How do you like the book? I read it. Have you
A mí
read
me
this?
gustó.
I have
Rick
not
was
read it.
so-
Is it good? I'm a big Green Arrow fan, though.
Really?
I liked it.
I like that they made it dark.
It
pretty
relates to
dark.
what's happening, to like what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know if
You know,
people are
he's
gonna
going back
vibe
to
with that.
business.
I don't mind, but I know like some people might get like a little bit.
But
touchy
then
about it.
Spanglish, eh?
It's gonna be in Spanglish, yeah. It's gonna be on both languages, man. But very nice. You got it signed. Very nice. What else you have, man?
Aquí está la otra versión, la otra portada.
Oh, it says cover C, I think. Who's the artist on this one? I like the DC tells you in the cover. Of course, I can't see shit anymore. What is it? Tula.
I can't see shit.
And the thing is, like, I refuse to go get glasses. I actually can get them.
A la chingada, güey.
Está bien chiquita también la letra, güey.
A ver,
I need my
échala.
magnifying glass.
Pues está
Like
de
the
este
old
lado,
dudes with
güey.
the Calio thing. Yeah.
¿No es este?
No. This is the writer,
Pero este Albuquerque también.
Pichashot, or Pichashote,
Albuquerque,
and
los
Albuquerque
colores.
is the artist.
Oh,
But
okay.
Nevertheless, signed book by Rafael Albuquerque. Y Vini se lanzó. Vini got the certificate of authenticity. So this is an authentic signature, guys. How does that work if you want to get it graded? Like, will they take that?
No,
They have to
As a
take
proof?
the page.
they will not take the certificate. What they'll do is you can get CGC authenticated. You pay a little extra, they'll authenticate the signature
So
themselves.
Oh, okay.
the certificate is not really like,
Not unless you
unless
now,
it's from them.
now, if Grant, for example, at Nirvana, they are CGC. Like I have a CGC account, so as long as I say I saw somebody
I saw.
sign it
Oh.
and kept it in my possession 100% of the time, then I can get it graded
They will
without
take
a.
work for it.
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
Grant and them can do it as well. They also have that CGC account.
But
so.
since it was a
So we
Nirvana,
will have
was-
to give it to him and they'll send it? Or-
Well, but see, once it leaves his possession, he's lost chain of custody.
Oh, okay.
That's the key to that. Now, they may do something different because they have that certificate, but normally the way it works is it's chain of custody. He's got to hold it, or I got to hold it. Somebody with a CGC account, we've got to see it from the moment it's signed to the moment it gets sent in the mail. So,
Just like
Yeah.
police evidence.
like
Yes.
police evidence, exactly.
Okay, what else you have? Vini?
Invincible.
One more Invincible.
Is it the Galaxy?
Galaxy
Right?
Con exclusive. We were just looking at it a minute ago. It's a con exclusive. No, the Florida Con.
MegaCon?
Is it Mega Con?
MegaCon's the big one in Orlando.
Yeah, I think it's a Mega Con exclusive. Invincible #1 from 2021. Signed by Rafael Albuquerque. Because it's his cover, right? Yeah. Because he's not the interior artist. Chichin. Really nice. I got a friend who sent me a picture of his Gerald Parel variant of Absolute Green Arrow, and he did a little remark for free because he was waiting outside of the door
They can't.
at 5 a.m.
I think he was like,
That's cool though. They did it for free.
Yeah,
so.
he did it for free. Yeah, it looked really cool.
Por aquí la mandaste, ¿no?
Where are my comics of the week? No, we're gonna let's talk about Resolute Bliss, man. I think
yeah, tell us about your stuff. man.
I was gonna. I need to. Can you guys see it?
Brights. I like brights.
The one book that I own, I did pay for it at the comic book store, that I really like, but I only read issue number 1.
Issue number 2 is so much better.
I need to read it, man. I don't know why I haven't read it, because I usually try to read my books as soon as they come out every week. I'm really sorry I haven't read issue number 2, because actually I love this cover too.
I need to read it
That's
too.
Gus Mock that did that cover.
It's really nice, because it's, to me, it's like the perfect blend of like
Woohoo.
hot, but the background is scary. So I really appreciate that, like the contrast of both. I really like it.
And you do see the Tin Man, everybody in the background. Tin Man, Scarecrow,
Yes.
They're all-
Yeah.
hanging in the woods. Yeah.
But I read this one. I really like my cover here too. I think it was the only one they had at the store when I bought it.
Possibly, yes.
But
We actually have sold out of those, so.
I read, is this Les? Who did this one?
Les Garner did the cover on that
Les
one,
Garner
yes.
did- Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, he does this.
He does our
Beautiful.
main cover every time, and he does all the interiors.
Yes, I like this style too. That it looks like a kind of like a picture almost. I mean, it looks really pretty. It presents really well. I really like it, man. I like all the magic elements that you put into it. They're like I don't think it's really much on the movies, either the old one or the new one. Like they I mean they do like magic stuff and like they do magic, but the dark part of it, like the magic part of it,
So a lot of
the
people,
repercussions of doing magic.
a lot of people don't know this. L. Frank Baum wrote 14 of the Oz books.
Okay.
The last 2 books he wrote are totally different than the other 12 books because he knew he was about to die. And so his last 2 books go more witches in their houses making potions
Mhm.
and kind of crazier stuff. And they say it's supposed that it's darker because he knew he was on his deathbed. And he actually even made comments that when they say he's going to die, it's like, I'm finally crossing over. And he was talking about crossing over from Oz to the other world, not from Earth to Oz. So there's a lot of controversy about that. But my point is, the last 2 are more, those were my favorites.
Yeah.
And I got into it because they were the darker stories and they were a little bit crazier. And then I reimagined as mine as the Tin Man was the bad guy, the Scarecrow was the bad guy, the Lion.
That's issue number 2 because
Yeah, 2, you'll start seeing all the bad guys start coming out. So as she's meeting them along the way, she's not meeting people who are trying to help her.
They try to help
She's
her.
meeting people who are trying to hurt her. And you find out more that Oz is up to trying to steal children from the Earth and bring them to Oz. And the Yellow Brick Road basically is built on the bones and blood of children.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of the premise of it. But Dorothy comes back and saves everything. And if you read on issue 1, she wants to tell the story of Oz. She wants people to know what they're really doing. And L. Frank Baum says, you're a woman. I'm not listening to you. I don't care. And he's like, I'm going to write what sells. And so he changes the characters. And so her goal is to convince everybody what really happened.
So excuse my ignorance. The guy that she sees on issue number 1 that is trying to like sell the story to print it is the guy who actually wrote the books.
That's L. Frank Baum who actually wrote
I
the
didn't
books.
know that.
Yeah. She calls him Lyman in the book, which he hated to be called Lyman, and that's
So
what
this
L
is
stood
Isabel.
for. So
Wow. Isabel Castillo,
Isabel says hi.
saludos. Thank you for following us. Tenemos, yes, we have a special guest. We have a special guest, Rick Molchan.
Sí, es el dueño de una publicadora.
He is doing his own comic book. Está haciendo su propio comic book basado en los personajes del Mago de Oz. bien, bien interesante,
Es
como
más oscura.
más oscuro,
Ah,
sí,
terror,
es
sí.
darker, ya, es de terror. It's a horror book. So she meets the actual writer in it. Tell me, when were the books wrote?
In the
original.
1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. Yes, depending on
Okay,
which
so
of the
that's how you get the license because it's
yeah. So well, now you have to be careful. So when they made the movie Wizard of Oz, there are certain
Yeah.
things that they did that were not in the books. If we were to do any of that, we would get sued, like Ruby
The-
Red Slippers.
The original
the
with
Yellow Road,
yeah.
all the more.
Well, Yellow Brick Road is actually in the original, but Over the Rainbow.
Oh,
You
okay.
couldn't do anything like that. The Ruby Slippers, you can't do that. But you can take the original book. That's why if you look on that cover, she's
She
wearing
doesn't
silver
have-
slippers.
Henry.
Yes.
Isabel says, "Welcome." Oh my God, that's amazing.
Thanks. So it makes it really cool, but then we change the story. So all that's in public domain as long as we don't do anything from the movie.
Yeah.
So
How do you feel? I'm sorry to ask about this, but how do you feel about the newest movie?
I love the book. The book was awesome by Gregory Maguire. I went and saw the musical when it first came out. It was okay, but the movie they drastically changed it through.
Yeah, it's not as it's not like the book,
and
right?
which is true for most stories. So
Yeah.
I love the book so much because it was darker.
Yeah.
The movie
No, no,
was much more lighter and
Yeah.
happier. So
Yeah.
that would be my difference of it. But I will tell you, I went to see Oz Spear in Vegas. That's the $1 billion spear.
Oh yeah, the sphere. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
How
100
is it?
Oh man.
Really?
So you pay $120 for a ticket to see a movie that's 100 years old. Think about that. You're paying $125 for a movie that you've seen 80, 90 times, but it's on 3 football fields going up. Like when the apples fall from the tree, they drop these foam apples on your head. When the wind starts blowing, they have all these fans all around you. They're blowing, so everybody's getting pushed back. When it snows, or like when she's in the poppy field, they drop snow on you. So it's awesome. It's a true. Their goal is to make $1 billion back, so they can
They're gonna do it.
so they could do other things like Empire Strikes Back and things like that.
Oh wow!
But it was sold out when I went there, and I told my daughter about it. She's like, we got to go. And so we're going to go back, and I've already been looking at tickets. They're hard to get. I mean, so people are paying $125 a pop to see a movie that we've seen 1,000 times. So, but it's worth it.
Okay, Isabel says, how did you find your passion for comics?
So 30 years ago, I was a comic book geek. I love to read comics, and I actually started publishing my first comic, which was actually called Paradox. I thought I had a copy here, but
that was your first one, right? Yeah, Paradox.
Paradox was my very, very first comic, and I did it with the guy that owns. Here's Paradox. It's a little deeper. A lot of people called it a Sandman kind of spin-off, but it wasn't. It's more like a Vampire Lestat.
Yeah.
It was the darker side. But my artist in that book was a guy named Eric Treadaway, who lived here in Knoxville, Tennessee, went on to start the Four Horsemen Toy Company. If you don't know anything about the Four Horsemen Toy Company, Google it. They make some of the best toys in the world. He worked for Spawn, and they took all the ideas that McFarlane had and made it a lot better. So they're really, really cool toys. But it's called the Four Horsemen Toy Company. Absolutely awesome. But I was always into comics and stuff like that, excited. Oz, I always wanted to write. I had thought about this story 30 years ago. When my cousin came back to me and said, man, I wish you'd finish that Paradox story. I got to finish the story, and I'm excited about that. We're going to release it in a graphic novel. I've gotten excited about the Oz stuff. The Oz stuff has caught on so well. Yeah. We are selling out now of Oz stuff. We're getting lots of people tracking us down. We're about to put Oz #3 up on Kickstarter. Yeah. It's up on pre-launch right now. So if you Google Kickstarter and typed in Oz the Emerald Nightmare, you could start following us there. But I mean, it's doing really well. So I love it. I'm a geek. I'm a comic book geek.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So
I need to check out.
Have you watched the
Kickstarter
Darker Side of the Rainbow on YouTube?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. Yes.
¿Ustedes lo han visto?
No.
El de Dark Side of the Moon lo ponen al mismo tiempo que.
Oh, that's right, and it kind of pairs really well with the movie. Huh?
Like it makes sense with the songs.
I have the DVD of the Judy Garland Wizard of Oz somewhere in my collection. I know I own it on DVD. I haven't upgraded to a Blu-ray.
Blu-ray, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the scene with the Munchkin actually hanging and dying in the background?
No, what?
So the rumor is when she meets the Tin Man, if you look at the background, there's a Munchkin that actually committed suicide really on the set.
Oh,
you
yes,
can
I
see-
saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's always been a rumor. It looks like a crane to me. And then when they later on editions, they tried to actually put it as a crane so you wouldn't get confused. Then they decided just to start taking it out because people kept arguing about the controversy. So,
Oh wow. Because it was a lot of
It's
crazy
already-
stuff happened through that movie. Because I mean, Judy Garland, they gave her a lot of like pills to keep her awake or something.
yeah, that's where supposedly she got addicted to
Addicted to
painkillers
it.
and stuff like that.
And the guy who like the Tin Man,
Buddy Epson did the Tin Man, got allergic to it.
the makeup, yeah, made him sick. So
Rick,
was a different
what's your
times.
favorite comic of your own? If you have to choose one, what is it?
Favorite comic I own or favorite comic I like?
In your collection.
Oh, can I go
Well,
ahead and show it?
well, do
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
go ahead? Let's.
Oh!
Are you done talking about?
No, I got
us?
some.
Because we're talking about. But
Ahorita
he's
la va a
gonna show
enseñar.
us. He's
Aquí
gonna
las
show.
trae.
He's gonna show us some of his collection. He brought some really cool books, guys. I think you're gonna like him.
So,
Some first appearances, but yeah, let's talk about a little bit more about Oz because it's a really good book. You guys need to check it out.
Oz Emerald City will be coming out. This is actually a special preview. What makes this cool is his name is Psycho, and he is the world champion micro wrestler. That's his wife, Pinky. They're actually boyfriend, girlfriend. She actually comes from a wrestling family, and she is the female micro wrestling champion. So, two little people. They are in my new series called Gear City Oz. Now, this is not up on Kickstarter yet, but it will be going up soon. But you can get a preview of them from issue number 2. Of course, issue number 3 is coming out very soon. Oz, we're doing really well. The other issue that we're doing really, really well with that actually has been selling out. Here's a funny story about what's going on with Kickstarter right now. So 2 weeks ago, we put up Gasp number 2, which is an anthology. We throw in a different artist, a different writer in every book.
Oh,
and
this is
then
an anthology series?
this is an anthology series.
Oh,
So
I
these, are,
like those. So you guys need to check it out because
these are one and done.
one and done. You don't have to read issue number 1. If you find Gasp, just get it because you get a story.
The whole story.
Yeah, the whole story. You don't have to buy the next issue.
We try to do
But-
2 to 3 stories in each issue is what we try to do. So there's 2 to 3 self-contained.
Yeah.
Our books are 40 pages. They're
Yeah.
not the 24 pages that you normally get. So, for example, this is a 40-page book. This one is right
Yeah.
here. And so that way we could get lots of different stories in it. I do the Spearfinger story in here, but then we put somebody else differently in it. Spearfinger.
I love the cover, bro.
Oh, we just ordered a bunch of pins. They'll be on the ResoluteBliss.com website.
Oh, check out the website, guys.
We ordered a bunch of pins that have this specific image
Wow,
on it.
it's awesome, man.
But the cool thing about this is, so we put this up on Kickstarter number 2. This is number 1. We put this up on Kickstarter 2 weeks ago, and we got flagged for their new adult content. Well, we had no adult content. We have a crypt keeper kind of female, and she kills the crypt keeper in the book. Well, because she shows a little cleavage,
Yeah.
they flagged us. They didn't know that we didn't have anything else in there. I argued with him for like 2 days. I went to bed. I woke up the next morning, and in 4 hours, we had already gotten fully funded because people that bought number 1 knew that number 2 was going to be really good.
Yeah.
So number 2 is rocking and rolling. We still got like 7, 8, 9 days, but Gasp number 2 is up on our Kickstarter.
Oh, wow.
right now,
I do
so-
need to check that one
We
out.
need to go.
So, I mean, what's that? Is that the witch from...
That's
Snow White?
Spearfinger. She's the Cherokee legend. She would actually stick her finger into your heart,
Yeah.
and she would pull it, and liver. I'm sorry, liver. And did you know that you can live without your liver for a couple of days? And so then people would start getting sick.
Yeah.
A day or 2 later, they would actually die.
Yeah,
It's
'cause-
a Cherokee legend in the hills of
So it's
Tennessee,
more
North
like a
Carolina.
torture, like a painful death. slow
Ah,
death.
no, you don't. But she comes up. The Cherokees were known to tell their children stories to warn them of things. So
Mhm.
she appears to people usually as an old lady. So they say, don't trust anybody, even if it's an old lady. You know, it's like, oh, no, but you know, she looks like my grandmother. No. They'll appear to you like your grandmother. And so that's how they would teach children morals. And so Spearfinger was known to, hey, I'll take care of you and stuff like that. Then you lay in her lap. She puts her finger. She takes your liver. You don't know that your liver is gone.
Okay.
2-3 days later, you die. And then when they do an autopsy on you, you have no liver. So
yeah, because the liver filters all the toxins. So
Right.
like, you just like, yeah. Oh, wow.
So number 2 is actually on Kickstarter right now. Oz number 3 is on Kickstarter for pre-launch. We're really excited. And of course, before I show my own personal, Blue House just came out as my first novel. It's paranormal scuba diving. So you can get that on Amazon.com.
By the way,
Freddy.
for the people who are watching us, it takes part in some in Mexico at the very end.
And if you know anything about Angelita Cenote,
Yeah.
outside of Playa de Carmen,
Yeah.
about 30 minutes, I guess. The whole trilogy is going to
Is
end.
that the one that they put on a
I think
cover
most
of
of
National Geographic issue?
They should, and I'll tell you why. What makes that place, the Mayans still own that place, and what makes that place really cool, and it's truly, the Mayans live outside. They're not living in a nice house or anything like that. You pay them $24 to go on their property. You drop down in this body of water. When you get down to about 90 feet, there's a 10-foot sulfur poisonous cloud. So if you could take out your regulator, you die immediately. And then if you stay in it, you start turning blue and feel all nummy and stuff like that. If you go under it, you feel like you got a roof on top of you. You got the ground below you. And supposedly it was named after Angelita, after a girl named Angelita in a Mayan family was raped, tortured, and thrown in the water about 200 years ago. So
yeah, but they that's what they used. I think they used to do some kind of sacrifices, just throwing people on the cenotes.
Can you guys put the website / social media in the comments?
Yeah, for Resolute. Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Ahorita se
I
los
just
ponemos
put
todos.
the name of the toy company, the four horse. Yeah,
And then, while you're doing that, you want me to
Isabel, my new look. Yeah. Thank you. It's just my hair is getting super long. I might need to like do a little trim on the sides of this, but yeah, it's getting long.
What
Thank
did
you
you
for
do
noticing.
to get inspiration?
I've always been an Oz fan, but because I like scary stuff,
You always like Oz?
I've always liked Oz. But I went and stayed in Nolan's Creek, and then I met a guy that started talking about the Spearfinger story and trying to scare us. And I thought, that's a cool story. So I wrote it. The Blue House is actually based on a story that my kids and I experienced. It actually specifically took place in Exuma, Bahamas, but it ends, like I said, in Angelita Cenote. So it's usually some type of weird experience that happens that makes it relate. So makes it kind of cool, makes it kind of fun.
Aquí tengo el link ya.
How do you?
Aquí está el link de su Facebook.
Yeah, mándalo.
Lex Nocturno. Haunted Water.
Yes.
I'm really into all of the haunted stuff. Like
Yeah, these guys, they like horror stuff more than I do. So yeah, these guys will definitely gonna check all that stuff out.
Yeah, definitely our horror stuff. We actually have here's the other thing. I'm the only instructor in the world that's allowed to teach paranormal scuba diving.
I mean, those are already scary outside of water. I can't
It
imagine.
is. Because you got the 4 ladies that just died in the Maldives going to a cave. So yes, water is already kind of scary and stuff like that.
I've been watching videos of cave diving, and that's scary right there, because you get like a sediment sterile, and you lose visibility at all.
I think that's what happened. So you know the story I'm talking about that happened
Yeah,
last Sunday. I think that's what happened. These 4 women went over this little ledge, silted, and then when they came back, it was kind of silted up, and they didn't realize they needed to go back out that way, and so they went down the other corridor. They came to a dead end. They probably panicked. Somebody started breathing air really too quick. They shared it, and that's what happened to them.
Yeah.
So
Have you ever visited the castle in Greenback?
yes, I did. We
Is
just
it-
Yeah, he was there, like 2 or 3 months ago.
I go there like once a year.
That's kind of a weird place, isn't it?
It's
Who would
very
have thought it was there?
interesting. Yeah,
Who would have thought it was just there?
I know it's invisible.
So
I only know because I used to deliver mail around it, and the lady who was training me took me there.
Well, the guy will sit there and talk to you and give you the
Yeah.
history about it and stuff like that. You know, you donate a couple bucks or something like that. But it's a really cool place.
It's way larger than I would think. You'd be like, hey, this
He
guy
built it by
built a
himself.
castle, and then
I
you
think he
show
did.
up, it's an actual castle, and you can walk in.
Wow.
And he has a room for one of the horsemen.
Yeah, I'm wanting to actually spend the night there. I think they'll let you spend the night. I've been wanting to do that. Of course, you have no roof or anything like
Yeah.
that, but
But there's some rooms that
there are some. You're right. You're right.
and there's electricity too, because he has a radio playing all the time. Did you see it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like with like white noises, and you just show up and you're like, there's one light bulb. And,
I thought that place was awesome, though.
yeah,
I didn't know
like
it was
it
there.
too.
So.
Yeah, my
Sure.
mom is super into all that stuff, so I took her a few months ago. And she came back and she was like, I brought something back with me. Look, and I was like, what?
Well, see, now I need to talk to your mom because if you go to Haunted Water on Facebook, we interview
Oh,
people with
she's
stories.
gonna love this.
Actually, one of the best stories
So,
we have on
yeah.
Haunted Water
Yeah.
is we were in Mexico City or outside of Mexico City.
I was born in Mexico City.
And well, outside of Mexico City is the first colonial graveyard that was done in Mexico.
Yeah.
Everybody is buried facing Cornwall. Did you know that?
No.
So, except for one person, he was a comedian, so they buried him the opposite way, kind of making a joke. It's like, so everybody was born toward the English land, if you will, except for one. Now, you could only be English, you could not be Mexican to be there in any form or fashion, Hispanic, nothing, except for two people. One person was the original gravekeeper there, and he was obviously of Spanish descent. He took care of the graves forever and ever. And then we met a woman there. She is the granddaughter of him. She actually is the only other person that's allowed to be buried there that is non-English descent, and the oldest colonial or English graveyard of all Mexico. And she tells a great story. If you go to Haunted Water, it's in Spanish. And we have a mutual friend named Jorge, who has promised me now for 4 weeks to translate exactly what she said. I still don't have it translated. So if you're Spanish speaking, you can go online and see this.
And check it
But
out.
she tells a great story about a ghost that walks the
So
yard.
this is a graveyard in Mexico?
It's outside of Mexico.
Just kidding, yeah.
There was a old coal mine outside of Mexico.
Yeah, no, because the British, they had a lot of coal mines in the late 1800s, 1900, early 1900s. Because that reminds me, a lot of the soccer clubs that started in Mexico, they started because the British brought the game to Mexico. And in the beginning, the soccer clubs, it was only British people who play until like some Mexicans started like being allowed, or like some Mexicans made their own teams, but they didn't play with the British. But they have that, I mean, like it was British stuff that was just British only.
Well, the
Wow.
first soccer team that was done in Mexico, the graveyard's right behind it, whatever that city is.
Pachuca.
In Pachuca?
Pachuca,
in
that
Hidalgo,
sounds correct.
in Hidalgo,
Yeah.
In Hidalgo, yeah.
So the graveyard's right there behind it on a hill,
Yeah.
which is really neat.
Which is the
Which is-
name of the team is the Tuzos, which is
Los,
how do you call it? Yeah, it's like underground like rodents guys, but yeah. Yeah.
Oh, los,
Okay, I'm gonna change the topic for a second. What do you think about UFOs?
Me?
Yeah,
You
know they released videos.
So I'm releasing a book,
Uh-huh.
a comic book.
Yeah. Oh, I actually
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
more than scary stuff.
I'm releasing a comic book. It'll come out in about 3-4 months. It's called Area 16.
Okay.
I won't tell you why it's called Area 16, not Area
No, Area 52.
51.
51.
Why it's called, because that's
50 bone.
That's the whole part of the secret story. It is all about aliens. I believe very strongly in aliens because
Yeah, me too. I'm
There is-
convinced.
there's no way that
Yeah.
one planet out of
Yeah, it makes no sense in my
millions,
head.
yeah, that just doesn't make sense. So, and plus with all the reports that are coming out,
Yeah,
and
the new reports that
Have you
they're
seen the
releasing.
videos they released?
I have seen, but here's something good. If you really want to see something, which is also my comic book that's coming out, the graphic novel, we actually do there was a DOD letter, Department of Defense, before it was called Department of War, that came out in 1983 that listed a group, and then they redacted it.
Yeah.
And you can find the original report online, which has not come out in all these reports, and they call that a group called Interstellar Constellation. And then they redacted that. They didn't want people knowing who they
Yeah.
were. So that's the premise of my whole thing, because we believe they've been hiding that for a long time. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, there you go. He loves alien stuff.
Aliens.
Yeah, you need to do. Yeah, so
Well-
you actually doing a book about aliens.
Yes, and here's the thing. I'll go ahead and give away. So our logo guy,
Yes.
Yeah, which is that's
I was
right.
going to ask him
The
about that.
Resolute Bliss guy. Yeah, let's.
he's the alien
Yeah.
that they're going to discover. So
Oh wow! Oh, there you go. Breaking news.
there
There it is. That's the logo. Resolute Bliss. You
And
guys
even-
really need to check it out. Resolute Bliss. This is the little logo here.
Ok, viene una pregunta seria.
And even though we have on Resolute Nocturne a darker alien, it's still, if you notice, we always use an alien version of our comic. So like here is the Tin Man for the
Yeah.
Oz book, but it's still the same guy.
Yeah,
And then
it's a little bit
for our
different.
Gasp, it's still the same
Yeah,
guy
with the
for our more scary
Oh,
stuff.
that's a cool Easter egg. Yeah.
So
that's
Okay,
really
Rick.
cool.
Any tips or advices for someone who wants to create their own comics but haven't taken action yet? Were you ever discouraged when you first decided to create your own comic?
yeah, very much discouraged because it's your distribution and marketability is the biggest issue. And with Diamond gone, that takes away a lot. And you got all these other companies, and it depends what the creator does, whether they write or they draw or whatever. And I think it's hard for everybody because right now it depends what gets hot, what people are
Yeah.
talking about. If you're Scott Schneider, you're set forever. Mark Spears coming out with the monster stuff. But most people have to toil very hard. My colorist, his name is Omi Romalante Jr. He lives in the Philippines. The guy's worked on everything, but you wouldn't know it because he's had to work so hard and do. So you have to be willing to fail and be discouraged. But you got to go talk to as many people as you can. That's the key. If you're a writer, you got to go talk to every artist that you can meet. If you're an artist, you got to go talk to every writer you meet. And then you still have to go talk to, when you go to big shows like Heroes Con, if you
Yeah.
go with us, you got
You let me know if I can go with you.
We'll know tomorrow. But you got to go talk to every
If
publisher.
you can.
So it's talking and really opening as many doors as possible. But it's going to be frustrating no matter what.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
That's a good
that's
advice.
very inspiring too.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to write. I'm trying to write something.
Just whatever you just said. Let me ask you something. Is it harder now for new or for indie comics to publish their books now the Diamond is gone?
Yes and no. Kickstarter helps to a certain degree,
Yeah.
which is great, which is why we're on Kickstarter. Diamond, I had a Diamond deal
Really?
that they were going to distribute for us, but once they filed for bankruptcy,
Mhm.
all that went away. Lunar and Penguin, all these companies are overwhelmed. I don't know what's going to happen in 2 or 3 years. People, comics have gone through ups and downs
Yeah.
throughout the years and stuff like
Yeah.
that as well. So there are times that's good times for the independents. The 90s was a great time for the independents. Now is a good time for the independents because you have more avenues, whether it's Fund My Comic, Indiegogo, Zoop, Kickstarter,
Yeah.
or that you're just willing to go to shows and talk to people over and over and over, trying to open doors.
How do you feel about Mark Spears? Because you just mentioned him, because he seemed like he was pretty indie guy, but I mean he has become huge, and he's publishing his shit through what's the company that he's publishing? his books? It's super small. I mean he pretty
Kingspot.
Kingspot. I mean he's pretty much Mark Spears is Kingspot. I mean what
He
else
is.
they sell besides? I mean I know they have other books, but like
They do, and he's changed a lot. And I'm a little shocked how he's caught on because all he's done really is he takes the Mummy, the Frankenstein, Dracula, and
yeah,
I
totally
mean,
agree.
it's kind of like what Les does already as well with some of his stuff. But good for him. He obviously was an
Yeah.
independent guy for several years and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But he is Keenspot. I mean, I really
Yeah,
do.
he is Kingspot, and I'm surprised that he's been. I guess it just has to be like is this thing about like being at the right moment and like it just like
Yeah,
like
he was at
people,
the right moment at the right time.
at the right time.
Absolutely.
Plus, everybody loved Frankenstein, Dracula.
Yeah, but
Well,
everybody
I mean,
has
everybody
everybody has their own
But they
little
all-
twist on it.
I mean, Brides.
Yeah.
Yes.
It has Frankenstein and Dracula in it. Now, people are really picking up on Brides, and they love that from us at ResoluteBliss.com. But we have it too.
Yeah.
Everybody has it because those are public domain
Yeah.
characters.
I don't want to.
He was in the right place.
Yeah,
He
well,
really
At
when
the
I-
right time, yeah.
Usually, I use like city covers. I'm like, oh shit, what is that? And now you pick it up, like, oh, it's Frankenstein and these. I don't really.
Yeah.
I go more
to Mark
forward.
Spears credit because
Yeah.
I do
right.
love him.
Yeah.
When we saw him at Nirvana, he was also very nice, and he gave us a free hat, and he came and talked to us. I think he has a little something when he does his monsters that like it got people's attention. Like you know what I think it is? Exactly. I was gonna say the fucking eyes that he does.
Well, he also uses, and I don't see a lot of artists do this. There's a guy named Scott West. If you guys ever get to see him, he's an artist. He's at a lot of the local shows here in Knoxville. He's a local guy too.
Mm-hmm.
It's the colors that Mark uses, and Scott uses the same colors. They're a little bit different colors than what you'd expect from monsters and stuff like that. So when you go look at
Like the green, purple.
This like kind of
That's
teal,
different.
kind of blues. Yeah,
that's different. You know, that's
because it's a lot of those
instead
that
of the
kinda
hard
green,
blacks and the
Yeah.
and the thick lines and stuff like that. I think that makes a
Red
lot
and
of
black.
yeah.
Guys, you want to talk about the comics of the week too? Because we have like 15 minutes.
about my favorite
I'll see
comic.
that.
Let's
For sure about the comics of the week, yeah.
I just want to
But
I
wanna-
something special.
I bought a bunch of new video games for my collection this week. No, all of them arrived, but this one arrived. I think you will know what I'm talking about. Everybody's seen this game before,
See, güey.
but it's the Japanese version. It was made by a different company in Japan. It's made by Sunsoft, so this is different from the NES version, and of course, different from the arcade version because the arcade version was the best. But the Afterburner from Sunsoft.
Wait a minute. What makes it different than the American version?
It's in Japanese.
No.
Japanese
So
make it better.
Sega released Afterburner on arcades when like you get to ride the little machine and you like it was really cool. For NES, I don't remember which was the company, but the graphics aren't as good as what Sunsoft was able to do for the version of
So
the
the
Nintendo in
playability
Japan.
was the same. It's just the graphics and stuff were a lot better.
The graphics are a little bit better. Basically, it's the same game. It's just the graphics look a little bit better. I got the
like polish them basically, like make
Well,
it look better.
most of the
It's
times
como
the
Contra,
Japanese most
like
of the times the Japanese version was a little bit better, and this one is one of those. Not every time, but usually the Japanese version was better than the NES or the American version. But I was able to find this one, and I have an adapter to use on my.
They change
Nintendo
the names
to play,
sometimes the clothes and the colors.
Well, sometimes they have a little bit like
'Cause there
different
were a-
options.
There were a lot of characters based on American, like
Oh, yeah, they
black
had to
real
do that.
people.
Not every
Like to send them here, they had to change their name, so they
Well,
would get
like-
in trouble.
because he was talking about the Contra game. In the Contra game for Nintendo,
I used to have it. Yes.
Yeah.
Love
I
it.
have both versions. The Japanese version, the palm trees actually have animation,
Oh.
and on the American version,
Just
not.
still.
Yeah, still. But not every time, because sometimes the American version was better. Because the Mega Man 2 is another of my favorite games for Nintendo. On the American version has a setting for difficulty. You can do normal or the regular, and the Japanese version only has the regular, which is very hard. And like if you want a little bit like easier game, you can do.
Japanese people go hard.
Yeah, they go.
They go.
Yeah.
Not all the time because Super Mario Bros. 3, it's actually
It's
harder in the US version and than the Japanese version. So there's always a little bit like, especially back in the day, the games were a little bit different. But yeah, this is my new game for my collection. I don't know if you can see it there. And you guys cannot see it, but
Thank you, Rick, for
Have a
being
bunch
the
of,
special guest.
Thank you.
I love video games, but I'm actually a little bit more of a retro gaming kind of guy. So
Oh, come on, that was some good stuff. I'm a retro gaming too. I mean, yes, the games could be beat a lot easier as we've gotten older and stuff, but they were just so
Well,
cool. They opened up your imagination.
we
They were
didn't
so
we didn't
different.
got Google.
we didn't have
We couldn't
Google.
anything, so we had
True.
to figure it out.
Yeah, I had to figure
Yeah,
out
we
on
had
our
to
own.
actually read the book
Yeah.
that came with
And,
it.
and adding to that is because I love the physical media. I mean, like all those games I can still play until fucking Nintendo stops working.
Thank you for making
But
time
a lot
for
of the new
us.
games are pretty much licensed thing. Like I mean, you just rent in the software for a year, and when they decide the server is done, like they don't
done,
support
yeah.
the server,
Yeah.
you don't get your game anymore. You can spend a lot of money on like getting new upgrades and whatever, but once the server is down, you cannot
You're
play
done.
the game anymore. But
Ferraz,
those guys,
dice-
I mean,
dice
those are
Isabel-
30, 40 years old games, and you can still play them.
This is Abel. Thank you, Rick, for making time for us.
Yes,
thank
no.
you.
Yes,
Y
thank you,
gracias,
Rick.
Nerdicos,
Yeah,
también.
yeah. Thank you, Isabel, for following us, and yes, Rick, thank you for coming to the podcast, bro.
Hey, we had
Yeah,
a question
appreciate
last week. With that,
That's
take
right.
away all of the superpowers in comic villains or heroes. Who takes the cake? Hand-to-hand combat or skill-wise, who wins?
You have to go
No,
with somebody with,
no mutations.
yeah, but
and
you
no
have to go with
superpowers.
somebody with like martial arts ability at that
Yeah, it
point.
has to be.
Because at least they have the skill that wasn't a superpower. So then you go someplace like a Iron Fist or a
Kind of fast.
You
yeah,
got
who else would fall into that category?
you got Batman.
Karate Kid.
Batman, you're right, because that was all. Really,
You
that's
don't got no
actually
superpowers.
you're right.
Yeah.
Because Batman has 0 superpowers as it is. It's all
Hold the
mental.
fort for me, and Rick,
We were already like
you need to
He's
show us
a
your
bunch
stuff,
big-
bro.
and then they say Snake Eyes from GIO.
Yeah, that would be a good one too. I forgot about Batman's
Yeah.
is the best choice. So.
We had Batman, Snake Eyes, Deathstroke, and I read about Karate Kid and Captain America because he didn't have the serum before in the comics. It was
Well,
just
yeah, in the comics
still-
it was just
That's true. That's true.
If you had to pick one, who would it be? We
Batman,
would make a
because
list.
Batman just, except for Bane being able to break his back at one time, almost nobody's ever beaten Batman from.
Yeah, but Bane had the juice. So
Bane did have the juice.
Yeah.
He did. All right, you want me to brag about my favorite, my
Yes.
collection?
Yes,
So-
please.
I'm trying to find my book where Snake Eyes and Batman actually fight.
So Silver Surfer, number
we're gonna-
Man,
4.
man, man, man,
We're
man.
gonna leave it for next week.
And what makes this cool is it's an 8.5. This is the holy grail of all my comics besides my
Is
Conan
that
number
is that your holy grail?
Conan number 1's my other holy grail because it's a 9.2.
Maybe another time you can stop by again,
I
bro.
would
and,
love
like,
to.
yeah.
What made this comic is these are square bound books.
Yeah.
Unlike some of the other books. So the square broke easily. I love the cover. Everybody references this cover all the time with Thor fighting the Silver Surfer. I'm actually a huge Silver Surfer fan anyway. So as a kid,
That's an iconic cover.
it is iconic. And actually on Oz Emerald Nightmare, we have a homage cover of this for issue number 5 that's coming up. So really excited about that.
How much that one is going for?
This is probably
8.5.
3 or 4 easily.
Yeah.
So maybe more than that. And then if I was going to,
Let's just say 3K.
350.
and then
350.
for anybody that's a Hellboy fan, the first appearance of Hellboy.
Hellboy.
And look at that.
Yeah.
That's a 9.6 on Hellboy. So that was the first time that Hellboy appeared. Wish some more Hellboy movies would come out,
Yes,
but
definitely.
loved when he appeared in X-Men, stuff like that.
Which one
So-
is your favorite Hellboy movie?
second one.
The second one? You like the
Yeah.
one better? The second one?
I
I
think
kind of like the first one better, but yeah, they both, yeah.
And then I'm a geek. Well, of course, I love Daredevil. I have a Daredevil number 2. Super excited about 6.5. Love
First
it. Love,
Electro.
love the old yellow costume that he wore up to issue
Yeah.
7. So that was really neat. I've been a Daredevil fan. Have you all watched the Daredevil show?
Yeah.
So
I haven't
I'm
watched
still
every
watching
single
with my
episode
mom.
yet.
When she comes, I'll watch it with her.
it's such an awesome show. Of course, I've also got Daredevil number 5 with the Matador, first Matador.
I didn't know that character existed. Has he been in other?
I don't think he's been in much more.
Spoiler alert for a comic that came out something like, but he dies in the book or
I
something.
don't think he dies in the book. Now you're gonna make me have to. I can't bust it open.
Let's
now.
break
Look
the
at it.
fucking.
No!
Let's break it.
Let's find out.
I do know it's the first Matador. I think he appeared some more places, but this is back when superheroes were more like you talked about taking away all their powers. While Daredevil had powers, he wasn't as strong as he is now. It's like Superman. I mean, Superman came out, he could leap tall buildings.
but
He didn't fly,
Yeah.
He didn't have X-ray vision and all that kind of stuff. So this
Yeah,
is
he
when-
has to keep up with the
Let me show the people who are watching us a little bit closer because the Matador character is so cool.
That's
Ahí
always
está. There you go.
every Matador always been on a controversy.
How much something like this will go for.
I would assume because that's a number 5 for Daredevil 7.5. I think that's probably about $1,500 book. I would assume, without looking it up. Of course, I'm big into scary stuff. So this is from February 1952. It's called Marvel's Tales. It was an anthology, which is what I'm doing with Gasp. They put, I think it looks like there's 4 stories in it, is what they would do. I loved stuff like that as a kid. And I didn't even know stuff like that existed in the 50s and 60s. And I started getting that stuff in the 70s and 80s when I was a little kid. So I love it because it's so old. Get something that's that old that's a 6.0. It just makes it kind of exciting.
Scary. The faces.
Well, that's before the comics code was on them.
Yeah, it became too scary. Like, oh, we need to tone it down.
It was books like this that made the comics code.
I bet.
And I actually kind of have another one. It's called The Weird Tales Blue Bolt. How old is this? It's from 52 too, as well. It's from June 1952. So this is once again before comic codes.
How much did that one cost when it came out?
So probably 10 cents.
10 cents? Is that 10 cents?
Yep, 10 cents right there at the top.
Because by the way, the last one that you showed us is a 10 cents book.
Check the little bat signal.
I know. What is that about? Is that DC book?
No, it's not a DC book. I think that was just something that the Blue Bolts always did on their books. So just something really cool. I always love seeing the ads and stuff.
I love that. That's what I love facsimiles from DC and Marvel. And sorry, because I love Image Comics, but when they do a facsimile, it's not a true one. Sometimes even has like new ads from the new books.
That's not fair.
And that's not fair. Like they shouldn't call it that. It's just like it's a reprint of like whatever, but don't call it a facsimile.
And my last one, Man Thing. It's the second appearance of Man Thing, number 1. 9.4, which is really good. But
yeah, it's a very high grade. Yeah.
I love Swamp Thing and Man Thing. I've always loved the creature stuff. We have a series coming out, which is Heap. Heap is a public domain character. It was done by Image Comics. Heap was the very first Swamp character, and it's what started Swamp Thing and Man Thing. So these were actually copied after the Heap, but Heap is in public domain, so we are going to do
Heap. I didn't know about
Heap. And if you ever read some of the old was it EC, but they did the Airboy comics. They ran Airboy and Heap. And so they brought back Heap for a period of time, but he was the original swamp kind of creature.
Very nice. Yeah, but this is the Marvel version, right?
This Man Thing is the Marvel version.
Yeah,
created by
I don't wanna offend you, but I don't know. I feel like the other guy is a little bit more.
I'm a huge Swamp Thing fan.
Yeah.
Swamp Thing, because that was Bernie Wrightson. Bernie Wrightson, to me, is the master of horror comics. This was done by Roy Thomas, though, who was here a couple of weeks ago at Free Comic Day.
Yeah.
So, but this was their version. I don't know if you noticed, if you've ever had this debate on your show, but every Marvel character is from a DC
we talked
character
about it,
anyway. So, but hey, some are better, some are not.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now I want you to show us the back of the Man Thing because it's also really cool in the back.
Evil Knievel.
The ads is just what makes those old books also so.
Look how white that is, though, too.
It is really white.
For something that old, that is really white.
Echo says that you have a really cool collection.
Thank you.
Echo Rio.
Echo, thanks for joining us, bro. He's always.
I've been collecting for 30 years. When I go to shows,
wow.
My special thing is when I go to a big show like Heroes Con, I will find one book that I try to find an odd one that's already graded if I can, or I'll send it off to be graded myself. But I buy myself one book. That's it. And that's how I do my collection.
This guy Echo, I like to collect homages to Torment, #1 Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
He sent me a copy from Mexico.
Really?
Yeah, just for.
That's actually really cool.
Nice. Yeah, that was really nice. The man, like bent it.
No.
Yeah, but he still sent it. I'm very grateful for that.
Guys, we're almost done with the show. So are we gonna talk about comics of the? I have the previews from August or whatever is coming. I know Angel is excited about the Marvel event, the Midnight event.
I'm gonna get all of them. The Midnight Universe.
The Midnight Universe is gonna be X-Men. Not like Marvel needs any advertisement, but we're gonna talk about it. No, our friends at Marvel, X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Spider-Man #1. I don't know if this is gonna be the same series that Jed McKay is doing, because he's doing also a number 1000. So it might be like a new series for Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, and X-Men, but it's gonna be the midnight event. Check it out. The only Marvel book that I'm this is a preview of the cover. Actually, I'm
I
gonna
don't know
get
what
that
to
one.
think about that cover.
It looks weird. Has no neck.
It's good.
We'll see, but it's an amazing Spider-Man number 1000. The only Marvel book that I'm reading, and I'm sorry because I know nobody really cares for this character, but this is the only Marvel book that I'm reading every month.
Okay.
These guys like to give me shit about it,
Yeah.
but I have a good reason to follow her.
X23.
Follow
Eh, eh,
her.
Yeah.
Oh, X23.
X23.
Ah.
And
So what's your good reason?
my good reason is
He's in love.
I'm in love and I think she's very hot.
That's
My wife is watching the podcast probably not. No, my reason
He
is
now needs a date because his
Yeah.
wife is
She's
watching the
She's
podcast.
Mexican. She's Mexican.
no, yeah, exactly, because X23 is Mexican in the movie.
Talking about Mexico.
Not really, but that's one of the reasons. But the reason I really like the character is because 10, 15 years ago when I started buying comics again, I used to buy a few comics when I was little kid, especially the G.I. Joes. For some reason, those really caught my attention because the cartoon was going
It
on.
was huge.
The cartoon was huge, and the comic book was huge in my country too. Written by the great Larry Hama, that I have a pleasure to meet him several times, and he's been so nice every time. He is, I mean, I have a bunch of stuff by Larry Hama. Every time I see him, I get stuff.
And people don't realize he was actually in the MASH series, which always
He was in MASH series, and he was on the movie The Warriors too. He's for like a second there.
And he's just a super nice guy.
He told me last time I saw him at Virginia, at the wasn't the GalaxyCon, that he actually worked in California. That's why he incorporates a lot of like Spanish stuff in his books. Like, dude, like he worked with a bunch of Hispanic people back in the day. Like, this guy has done everything. Like he has done every single. He's like the jack of all trades, but he's actually good at every single one.
Well, he gave me a challenge coin when I last saw him. I really like that. So I have a challenge coin from Larry Hahn.
Uh-huh.
And of course, I had to put it in its own bag and board and stuff like that. And something I kind of brag about. I was like, I got a challenge coin.
Yeah,
That's
no,
cool.
he
So,
is super cool, dude.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we started getting back into comics, especially for him. He started like showing me some of the books he was buying. He was into the New 52, and like I don't know, I don't really know anything about DC. I mean, like I know about Batman, but I don't know. And so I started buying a lot of the old G.I. Joes, the English versions, because I used to read the Mexican versions. And when I was done buying, because I started like going around all the stores around Knoxville, and I was able pretty much to buy the whole run from Marvel.
Dice que vas a dormir en el sillón.
I know. Well,
Yeah, Isabel is saying that
I'm
she
gonna
was
see when
talking
they
about
got.
X23.
No.
She's like, he's gonna sleep on the couch.
But I went to Snake Eyes, and I was like, dude, like I've been buying back issues from you. I kind of want to buy new comics that I release every week. Like, what's new? Like the one character that I kind of like from the video games from the 90s is Wolverine, because he was on the fighting games. What's new from Wolverine? And Jonathan from Snake Eyes is like, well, actually, Wolverine is dead. But the new issue number 1 of the all new Wolverine, where Laura was the wearing the Wolverine mantle, just came out. Like, I'll take that one. I'll check it out. Like, I don't care. Like, cause sometimes like people complain like, oh, like they trying to make it a girl. Like you don't care about it. Like, that's all right. I'll check it out if it's the only Wolverine they have. And I started reading like, okay, this is actually a pretty cool character. And like, I mean, it's a good looking character, so I check it out. But the books are always been about not really being. I mean, it's not like Vampirella. Like this, it's just like really the version of Wolverine. So that's what I like. And then I think the movie came after that, but the Logan movie came out, and in the movie she's Mexican. Like, oh my god, like this character is me. So I
for
have,
you,
yeah, for me,
brought for you.
So yeah, so that's what I every time it's a new series with X23 or Laura Kinney, the Wolverine, I buy it.
Okay, Rick. Echo says
It's the only Marvel book that I'm reading right now.
A comic that you really want to get, that you've been going after?
Oh, what are
Something
you
that
looking
you
for?
really want to get.
So if it's Marvel, I get after all the Daredevil stuff because I liked that it went darker on the Daredevil.
Yeah.
However,
Like your Holy Grail, I guess, for you would be.
for like an old
yeah,
issue,
like one issue.
easy. House of Secrets 92 is the one I'm trying to get.
House
It's
of
the one
Secrets?
which would be, do you know?
No, I don't know.
First appearance of Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, of course, yeah.
House of Secrets 92.
Ooh, I might have to
I've actually tried to get that one a couple times. It's really expensive. It's Bernie Wrightson cover. It's absolutely beautiful. It is my holy grail of. I think I'm actually afraid to buy it because I'm afraid once I buy it, I'll be done and
You
I'll
have
die.
nothing else.
Yeah, and all of a
have
sudden,
nothing
so
You will find
La
something.
primera
Trevor.
aparición de la
La cosa del pantano.
Sí.
La cosa del pantano.
La cosa del
de-
pantano.
Creo que sí, ¿no?
Swamp Thing is the
Swamp
other
Thing.
in Spanish.
Yo creo que
La
sí.
cosa del pantano. Yeah.
And I was going to ask you, whenever you went to Mexico, you went to any wrestling matches?
I did. It's funny you ask that only because, wrestling is such a big cultural phenomenon
It's
in
huge,
Mexico.
man.
Have you seen the movies? Like, all movies.
Oh no!
Oh, because they used to be superheroes.
They used to be.
They
They
used to be
used to be
superheroes,
scary
yeah.
movies.
They
They
used
used
to
to
And
fight.
Santo and Blue
vampires.
Demon.
They used to
Blue
fight
Demon.
Oh yeah.
the something, no something.
Frankenstein.
The lagoon.
Oh yeah, the monster of the. That's the Mexican version of the Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
the monster of
yeah,
the-
you should watch it.
Oh, so
They're
yeah, I
very
did not know
corny, but they fight vampires, mummies, monsters.
They always drive a convertible too because they got the capes.
Okay, so
That came from 007.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's funny that you said that because I just said I had the two micro wrestlers.
Yes.
They will actually
That's
go
what-
back to Earth
that's-
and they're going to fight crime. So
That's what I was going
and but they're going to be wrestlers as they do it.
It's me. It's not the real Rey Mysterio. Sorry, guys.
But no, I didn't do it, so now I'm gonna look it up.
Yes, it's interesting. I mean, I grew up
Sí.
seeing it. It's
Yeah,
like
no, we all
it's-
love wrestling for sure. Yeah, lucha
Yeah.
libre.
Acaba de
No,
llegar
it's
Echo.
really, yeah. Sometimes men wear stretchy pants.
Él le gusta mucho México y hace cosas de actividad paranormal. De hecho, el libro que tiene aquí, en parte,
oh, it's something
can I show you?
Yeah,
your
Echo
link?
from Mexico. Yeah, he was.
Parte de su libro de Echo es en México.
Sí, al final está en México en
Ahí
uno de
sí-
los
ahí sí lo
cenotes.
buscas, sí. De hecho, sabe mucho de México. He was
Guys,
asking- he was asking-
Ironically, here's a great tidbit for anybody in Mexico. If you live, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it, if you live anywhere near Tulum in Mexico, that is an image that I saw drawn on a sidewalk or on a wall in Tulum, Mexico.
Mhm.
And I took that image and actually put it in the book on purpose to write about it. So,
Mm.
I see.
because I thought it was really neat because if you notice, it's very close to the image we had on the cover. The cover was already done. And
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
cover was already done. And now, so I was like, hey,
What?
that's like that's what we're trying to do already.
Have you been to Tulum during spring?
I
Or
think-
Palenque? Because they worship the snake.
yeah.
So in the equinox, is that how you call it?
Yeah, yeah.
El equinoccio, ¿cómo se dice?
Yeah, the
The
equinox.
first day of spring. You can go there. You wear all white. There's a lot of people who go there to receive the good vibes. But the pyramid was designed so that day you can see the snake crawling down
The
the
shadow is
pyramid.
the snake. You can see it. going
So
down.
it's funny that you say that because on that wall there was a big snake image that was leading kind of toward that. I did not take a picture of that. I just took that picture because it matched my cover.
Yeah,
So I didn't know why that was on there.
Yeah, that's Quetzalcoatl.
Ah, okay.
That's the main god.
I know, right? The god was the a man kind of wearing a
And
snake
also
costume.
the Quetzal comes from Quetzalcoatl because it's a bearded snake.
Yeah, no, the feather.
So the
feathers,
Quetzal
feather serpent,
has
yeah.
a particular goal.
Yeah.
So if you stay, like I think it's 100 meters right in the middle of the pyramid, and you clap, the echo would make the sound of the bird.
Really?
Yeah. So
Dang, I don't get to see this stuff.
Yeah.
you get to see it's lined up with Orion's belt first, and then you see the light, you see the snake coming down, and then you clap and hear the bird.
The Mayan pyramids too, because the one I was from Mexico City and I've been there only once, but the ones in Mexico City, outside of the city on Teotihuacan, they're the ones that actually align to to the Orion Belt.
Well,
The Moon Pyramid, the Sun Pyramid, and then there's another one I forgot.
We
what's the
should
name
talk
of it.
about this because
yeah.
you
Yeah.
know the Great Pyramid of Giza
Yeah.
and the Pyramid of the Sun. The base matches perfectly.
Same
It's
size,
the same
everything.
base for both pyramids.
Yeah.
Just the Pyramid of the Sun is a little shorter, but it's the same design.
Yeah, whenever you're there, it's crazy. Like whenever you get a guy, like you're in the middle of it's like big field between the pyramids. He's like, wait here, and he walk like maybe like 200 feet, and he be
And
like,
you can talk.
can you hear me? And you can hear him like perfectly, like he was like right there next to you.
Well, it stinks because we were just in Mexico City, like I said, about 2 months ago, a month ago. And we didn't go out like we normally would. And it's the first time I'd ever been in Mexico City. And we went out to go to the places, like I said, the graveyard. But we went there to see the Isle of the Dolls,
Yeah, Isle of the Dolls.
which was really cool because Lady Gaga and Tim Burton had just been there
Yeah.
filming a video and stuff like that. But we didn't get to do any of the pyramid stuff, which I do love.
The
So-
pyramid stuff is really cool.
But that take like
I
a whole
highly
day
recommend it.
to, like,
So that
explore.
somebody got shot. Yeah, sometimes
there's
the
so
got
much.
shot. Yeah.
Yes.
In Tulum, did
Especially
you
when people
notice that the ground is white?
No.
It's a design. So the way the moon it reflects the light from the moon. So they didn't need like street lights, like they will glow, and
Huh.
they would
It's like
like
crazy.
carry things and like you see the streets.
Oh.
I don't. My experience was when I went to Teotihuacan, and I went all the way to the top of the pyramid, and there was already people there like dancing and trying to get all the energy from it. But it really feels like maybe it's just like the suggestion that like you just there, but like it's just like it feels something when you're right on top of it, like because the stuff happened.
It's like the
before that.
energy.
Now I don't know if
yeah.
you know, but the Teotihuacan pyramids that are right outside of Mexico City, they're named Teotihuacan because the Aztecs named them that, but they were already built by the time the Aztecs
Showed up, yeah.
came to what is Mexico City right now. They built their own pyramids. They were destroyed by the Spaniards when they came, but those pyramids they exist from before
Way
the
before,
Aztecs, so
yeah.
nobody really knows
Who built them?
who built them or what was the name of it before they.
So now the Mayans, you're saying no Mayans or anything?
no.
No, it was
No
like a
Mayans,
civilization before.
it was
them.
a civilization before. So the pyramids, and they still exist to this day outside of Mexico City. They were built by somebody different than the Aztecs, and the name they have, the Teotihuacan, which it means in the Aztec language, a city of the gods. Nobody really knows what was
Because they thought it was a
what
gift.
was their actual name before. They named it that
Yeah,
because they saw,
thought-
but like
because
yeah.
they got there and they were like, "Oh, this is
Yeah,
a gift from the
yeah.
gods, so we have to live here."
So
Basically,
they
Huh.
have it's yeah
That's
they're very
cool.
old. They're super old.
Yeah, that's
So,
cool.
yeah. So if you visit Mexico City, forget about the city. Go outside of the city
Just
and
the
check
place
out the
to eat.
pyramids outside Mexico City because they are super cool. Yeah, I only got to a chance to visit them once, and they were so cool. And you actually feel this energy where if you climb all the way to the top, which you still can. I don't know. I don't know if you
you're
can
not allowed.
on the
sometimes you
Egyptians
can-
on Egypt. I don't know if you can actually go on
Here
top
is
of the pyramids.
indigenous. If you're
Because they're trying to
indigenous,
protect them. In Mexico, you still can. With the latest events that they have happened with these dudes shooting people, I don't know. They're gonna start like maybe not letting people go up. I mean, because same thing happened here in New York. I mean, you can not really go to the Statue of Liberty anymore like the way you
Right,
used to.
Yeah, and it's true with all the buildings and stuff like that around.
Yeah,
Because if they think somebody's going to do something, then they.
Yeah.
I mean, go to Washington D.C. You can't go near any of those buildings anymore. They all have gates and stuff like that.
gates
To
and
keep
shit,
you.
yeah. So.
And by the
sucks.
way, don't forget, besides the pyramids, you got to go to the graveyard. That graveyard's really cool. Just see all the English.
He's
Eh,
like, "No, no, no."
yeah, I need to check it out.
No,
I was
And
going
then you need to
I was
look
in Mexico City, but
Yeah,
scared.
that's
and you
scary.
need to look at that video on the Haunted Water Facebook. I want to know what that lady is saying. All I know is there's a spirit that walks
Where is
around
this
through.
video? I need to watch it. I'll let you know. I can
Haunted
find-
Water Facebook. George is supposed
No,
to be.
I got it on my Facebook. I sent it to
Okay.
him.
It's one of the early
mándamelo
ones
a
and
mí
stuff like that.
también, güey.
See,
But you'll immediately see her. She's a beautiful Spanish lady that tells the story. It's a 3-minute story. I have no, except for what some pieces were translated to me.
We can translate it.
Yeah. He's looking for translators to do his books too. The Blue House. I can try, bro, but I don't know if I have that knowledge. I will definitely be using the Google Translator too to like maybe like give it a little touches, but yeah, really nice.
Sometimes, yeah.
Guys, we might need to like we're signing off.
Oh,
Thank
see?
you very much for staying
Waters.
with us. Thank you for all the support.
Rick, do you want to read this?
I do. Do you
Yeah,
have
What
it?
is
just take
I
it.
can borrow it. All right.
No,
Cool.
it's yours.
Awesome.
Oh wow!
Look at this. I got a gift on the show.
Gift from
This
the
is
show.
awesome.
You haven't read Witches.
I have not. No.
I'm like super hooked on, and I think we all are on Scott Snyder. But I was reading it too. I actually was able to read it, the whole thing this last week. I really like because it's also a parent story.
A parent story. What do you mean by that?
Like when to be a
more or
parent
less. Oh, I got you.
and to take care of like
Not
It's one of the
spoilers.
first ones you're
Not
close.
That's what I was gonna tell you.
it's really cool. I think it's really cool. But it's actually something just like you say, stuff that happened to you, and then like you remember like, oh, I want to read something about this. So yeah, it was really cool. I kind of want to see him again
Huh.
and talk about it because
I think he's at Heroes Con.
so yeah, that's what I want to go to.
Oh,
Mainly,
there she is. You got it. No, one more down.
Oh,
There she is.
we have people from Mexico listening, so
They may even know her. She's actually
Yeah.
supposedly very famous. They've actually put her on a bunch of TV shows and stuff like that because she'll be the only other non-Spanish person buried there besides her
Okay.
grandfather.
Okay. All right. I understand
yeah,
what
we'll
you
check
did.
it out, guys. We're signing off. Don't be afraid to be happy. Thank you for coming to the show tonight. Thank you for all the support. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, comment. If
Follow
you don't
Rick.
follow Rick on Resolute Nocturne and what's the other
thank
one?
you so much.
You can go to resolutebliss.com or Haunted Water on Facebook.
Haunted Waters. Haunted Water.
Water, because Waters is a
Yes.
band. Haunted Water, we only talk about one water.
One water. Haunted Water. Korean Hearts. Guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. We'll see you on the next show.
Walking down the street with a smile. Got my headphones on, it's been a while. Nostalgia medica, you make me feel so fine. Bringing back memories, that old school design. Nostalgia medica in my ears all day. Laughing with friends in a retro way. Feeling joyful like I'm in a time machine. Nostalgia medica, my heart's so keen. Host cracking jokes, making me laugh. Learning new things, taking me on a nostalgia path. Nostalgia medica, you're my happy place. Bringing joy and laughter at a steady pace. Friends, united by the love of the past. Nostalgia medica in my ears all day. Laughing with friends in a retro way. Feeling joyful like I'm in a time machine.